Okay, welcome to Let's Talk Immigration. Couple things I want to talk about today. First, I keep getting asked when you're going to file a family-based lawsuit for Iranian family-based applications that are stuck in administrative processing. I am waiting to get some guidance from the three existing group lawsuits we have like that. Taharian, Pars Equality, and Badvipo. All three of those have some activity recently. Okay, we had a hearing in Badvipo last more than a week ago, and the judge was very interested in our policy challenges. Taharian, we've just filed the replies on the motions for summary judgment, so that lawsuit will have its final judgment soon. There's a hearing coming up on that. And in Pars Equality Center versus Blinken, the clerk for the judge emailed me to say, hey, what about this plaintiff? Have they been issued a visa yet? So they're paying attention to that case. And so I think we're going to get an order soon on the government's motion to dismiss. So there's three big family lawsuits. Well, they're not as big now because some of those plaintiffs have been issued visas. But I want to see what the judges do in those cases to guide us for the 4.0 case. Okay. So I might start onboarding it, but I don't want to file it yet because I really just need that guidance. We like to improve our lawsuits from one to the next. And right now we're looking for feedback from those three. But if you wanted to, that's what you need is an affordable group lawsuit for Iranians and AP, family-based. If you go to our website, our website, there's something called Group Interest List, and you can sign up. And it's not signing up for the lawsuit; it's signing up to be notified when we offer the lawsuit. Okay. Okay, what else am I talking about? If you are an Iranian student visa applicant and you're in AP for more than 6 months, or a Russian student in AP for more than 6 months, get with me because I'm putting together more than one small group lawsuit right now to file and try to get some student visas issued before the spring, before the coming of whatever 2025 brings. I don't know what it's going to bring, but I'm a little scared. Okay. Sometimes people text me and say, hey, will Trump be elected? I do not know. Okay. I did vote yesterday and I did not vote for him. I had planned on wearing my I voted sticker today and I forgot and I put it in the recycling. But trust me, I did vote and I did not vote for Donald Trump. Okay. I know what else I wanted to talk about. The State Department has posted on US Visa News some news, and that news is the Department of State AILA liaison meeting for October 2024. AILA is the association, like the lawyers club and of immigration lawyers, and sometimes like every quarter we meet with the State Department, ask some of our questions, and they give us their answers in writing. I don't know if they actually meet. I'm not on this committee. So let's go look at it. I looked at it. I looked at it on Tuesday, so I'm a little familiar with it. Oh no, that's too big. Okay. I'm disconnecting that microphone because it is not working. I'm sorry about that. From now on, I'm going to use my MacBook microphone. It's not as good, but that's what we're going to use. So Ayla is asking State Department, what about these backlogs at some of these embassies? And the State Department answers, um, last year, wait. The current global median wait time for the first time B1, B2 visa applicants is 60 days. Basically, they think that all we care about, AILA is the American Immigration Lawyers Association. Immigration, it's in the title of our club, okay? And they think we're asking about B1, B2, which are specifically non-immigrant visa categories. And so they brag about how awesome they're doing with B1, B2s and their wait time for B1, B2s. So that's great. If you're visiting the US, the State Department is doing a better job than even before prioritizing visitors. If you're an American family member that's separated family, sorry, that's not mentioned in their answer. Okay. There's some other stuff here. Let me see if I can find it. 214B, if you non-immigrant visa applicants sometimes can be refused under 214B if the consular officer finds that they do not have significant ties outside the United States. There are some questions about 214B here. I'm not going to go over, but if you want to check those out, here, I'm going to drop the link in the comments. Okay. Homeless cases, this is about how Haiti has not been designated yet as a homeless country for visa applicants, even though the embassy in Haiti does not issue immigrant visas. And it looks like the State Department is trying to accommodate that situation. Basically, if you are chargeable to Haiti, if you were born in Haiti, but you can get to any U.S. embassy in the world, you can do your interview there. As long as it's an embassy that, if it's an immigrant visa application, it's an embassy that does immigrant visa applications. Okay, this is the last thing I wanted to talk about. State and USCIS issued adjusted more family-sponsored preference visas in fiscal year 2024, so applicants should anticipate a lower employment-based limit in 2025. Okay, there's nobody that's going to take credit for this because it makes it might make an enemy in the employment-based space or something. But if anybody deserves the credit, it's my team at Red Eagle Law, okay? And that's because we have multiple lawsuits challenging State Department's decision not to issue the entire allotted 226,000 family-sponsored preference visas per year. One of those is actually an appeal right now, the Ninth Circuit. So good job, Red Eagle Law team, because I think you've influenced the State Department, and that's why they are issuing family-sponsored preference visas and causing the visa bulletin to move where they were not doing that before. Okay, not on the scale that they're doing now. Okay. If you have a question, especially if you're on YouTube or Facebook or Twitter, if you ask the question, it shows up on my screen and I answer it. Okay. Let's see what else I want to talk about. I sent a tweet at the State Department because I was mad. I saw something that they did wrong. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's the United States government. Can you all get your acts together? Travel.gov's reciprocity schedule for Kenya says that you get police certificates at this um, website here, and you don't. That website does not exist. Nothing shows up. The correct website is this one right here. Okay. And since I don't have a way to contact them, I'm just tweeting at them, travel.gov, and they don't answer me. So I don't know if this will get fixed in my lifetime. Who knows? You can't blame me for trying, though, right? Okay. Here is a question. How much Visa did they use? Great question. RK is asking how many family preference visas did they use? I don't know. We usually find out first from USCIS because they make an announcement about how many employment-based visas are available for the next fiscal year, and they do that sometimes in October. I don't think they've done that yet. USCIS to fiscal year 2025 employment-based visa availability. And then you can do the math to see how many visas they're celebrating that they got. I don't know if I see it here. I don't see it. So, but we should know that soon. It's not 226,000. It's not even close to it. I know that. Okay. Great question. I don't have any other things I really want to cover. I had a hearing set for tomorrow before Judge Slaughter in a case for many over 50 employment-based visa applicant families, and that hearing was canceled. Here I was all prepared for it. Sometimes judges cancel hearings. A hearing, oral arguments are for judges to better understand arguments that are not clear in the papers. Sometimes judges they understand the issues enough that they don't need oral argument because they can read what's in the papers and make a decision without oral arguments, without a hearing. Judge Slaughter particularly is very familiar with these issues. I've been before him before, and we've had multiple orders from him before. He usually agrees with us on several issues, but disagrees on a couple issues. And in this case tomorrow, there were a couple issues before him that he's never had to look at before. One is the DS 5535 scheme. One is the 221G scheme, where we challenge those schemes, which are causes for delays for immigrant visa applicants and non-immigrant visa applicants too that are in AP. So it'll be interesting to see what Judge Slaughter does. We're waiting on orders from so many judges right now. Judge Slaughter on the motion to dismiss in that case. Judge Carter on the motion to dismiss in Badfapo, and Clauser on the motion for summary judgments in Taharian. And soon we'll be filing motion for summary judgment and another one. We already beat the governments in Iqbal in the Eastern District of California. We'll be waiting for Judge Mueller on an order for that, but we're not waiting on an order from her right now. So also waiting on a lot of orders across the country, actually. Massachusetts, DC, Eastern District of Virginia, waiting on lots of orders. Okay. So hopefully we have good news with those orders. Oh, we've got more questions. Because they are not using all the visas, what is the reason they are not moving the dates? Okay, so this is one of those things with, so you're asking about supply and demand, really. If you have a visa to waste, then there shouldn't be a reason not to move the dates. Okay, you're talking about why the family preference category visa bulletin dates, the priority dates, seem to stay the same. They just move a little bit. And the reason is they're not issuing the visas. A decision has been made by the State Department. I don't know if it was Secretary Blinken or if it was Secretary Pompeo or Rex Tillerson before him, that they would not issue all of the visas that they have allotted. And because they do not issue all the visas that are allotted, the line moves slower. When the line moves slower, the dates don't need to advance because there's the visa bulletin actually does serve a practical purpose. It lets you know that there's so many people in front of you right now that you shouldn't be even thinking about the visa yet. Okay, so the problem is that decision, the decision not to issue the 226,000 visas per year, and that's the only visa categories that's happening right now. In the diversity visa program, they issued all the allotted visas 3 years in a row, 2022, 2023, 2024. Yes, we have filed litigation in each of those 3 years, but we also filed litigation in each of those 3 years over family preference categories too. Employment, they're hit or miss. Sometimes they use them all, sometimes they don't. Recently they haven't. But then this year I think they did. I know they did in certain categories. So I'm agreeing with you. Okay. They should be using Congress allotted them these visas to use. And they're saying, oh, no, we're not going to use them. And then they don't move the visa bulletin because they say, oh, there's not a demand for all these visas. There is a demand. They're just not filling the demand. It's difficult to explain. I've trouble explaining that to judges too. Okay. I'm going to wrap up today's show early. And because hopefully I'll have a lot more information to share next week and also more questions, I would hope. So I will see you next week for Let's Talk Immigration. Everybody I do want to say one thing. We have added 2 attorneys to our staff. So we are more than meeting our expectations on filing complaints on time. So for many of you that are thinking about hiring us and they see in our retainer agreement, we file 14 to 21 days. We're going to try to cut that down. I've got a goal, 7 to 10 days. Let's see if we can do it. Okay. So that's all I had today. Everybody take care of yourselves. Be safe.